2019. Mountain Dew GSL Season 3. Codex.
Listen to that sound.
Reversal.
It's like Darth Vader's having a panic attack. Wow. Okay. Dream versus Zest is coming up next. Let's get rid of one of these players.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have to favor Zest here. A pretty good home story cup run, as always. Still a very strong Protoss, no matter what Tasos may try to sell you.
I'm standing my ground on this one, Artie.
Yeah? Where's
Artie
your ground?
McTossel.
Where's your ground?
Where my feet is, where I'm standing at.
Yeah?
I'm actually not standing, I'm sitting.
You think you're standing on an island. You're actually just standing on plastic bottles floating in the ocean. Tasos, you're going to fall into the ocean, get eaten by a
Tasos, your
shark.
ground is trash. It's total garbage. Cyberforce. Actually, I think Zest should probably take this one.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what Dream's TVP is looking like.
Yeah, let's take a look. It's good to have Dream back. He's done with his military service. He had some wonky, anachronistic builds early on, but it's a different series. Let's see what he's got. Game 1, Zest vs. Dream is loaded up. Let's go. Sing it with me, Artosis. These Protoss players, no friends, they're so OP. Okay. Almost to 3,960.
3,960.
That's how you
Watching
say it.
gaming. Zest. Brave Stars Gaming. Dream.
You know what really struck me about Zest's interview? They're like,
Yeah.
is there like a player you'd like to switch places with or whatever? He said Bisu. He's just like so handsome and so good.
Yeah.
I wonder if you asked Bisu that, you'd be like, well, Zest, he's just so handsome and so good.
Can we just trade bodies?
Yeah.
Now, by the way, I just want someone to point. Sometimes I see these pros.
Whoa!
Whoa! What's going on over there?
We pause the game and I go up with handcuffs and take him out.
That's unacceptable at pro levels.
Listen, you. Who'd you knock out? Who's not in this tournament because you're here, Mr. SCVs, all the SCVs in one patch? What year is
you
this?
Just spamming boxes over that?
Calm down, bro, Seth. God.
That is a sign that he might be a little bit nervous. That's you don't normally ever see that.
Who's clicking like that?
I need more APM. I'm just up in my APM, so I'm ready for later on. Actually, that's totally fine to do.
No, that's totally what you should do, but if you're clicking all your SCVs,
if you're just
find a different
making them
spam
do
to use.
different. Yeah.
God. Pure disgust. Okay, you know what's kind of funny? I feel like GSL is such a long-term pleasure for me in a lot of ways. Like, I was very excited about this year in general with all these players coming back.
Yeah.
But the more I watch them, the less excited I get about them this year, and the more excited I get about next year with them.
Yeah, oh, I
You
like
know?
this point, yeah.
Where it's
some
like,
of them are a little bit rusty, it seems a little bit off.
Let's see how well MC does. Oh my God, DRG is back. Wow, Bomber and Tasia. Wow. Like, all, you know, and then like everyone kind of gets wrecked as they should because they just came back.
It's like, yeah, they're
So
new.
it's more like,
They're new
oh,
again,
okay.
they're fresh.
Yeah, but you give them another year, and then suddenly it's like, oh, okay, now that's the storyline. Like next year, who's going to win, the old guys or the new guys? Because we know the year after that, when all the new guys go to the Army, the old guys will be winning no matter what. But like, let's see how they do next year, right?
And eventually they will all serve their military service and all be done.
Yeah.
And they'll battle for eternity.
Can't wait.
Yes. So Zest is proxy to Stargate, just north of where the natural expansion is, as he's continuing to slow drip shaded adepts in.
Yeah. There's a Marauder. I wasn't looking at the game yet, so this is kind of interesting now. First off, the Oracle coming out seems like it could be a little bit scary.
By the way, this is a concussive shell rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure exactly what build this is. We'll see if he goes like concussive shells and stim and shields. Oh my God, why is my brain failing so hard today? Anyways, let's see if he goes for all of those right in a row. There was a really cool build. I believe it was Cure that did it recently that looked kind of like that.
Oop, he's going to get the probe. Oh, no, he won't.
Oh, yes, he will. Oh my god.
That's how I like to play by
You see
play,
that
ladies
shade
and gentlemen.
turnaround? Come on now. Ooh!
Oh!
It's like in a bounce house.
Yeah.
You ever kill anyone in a bounce house, Stasis?
All the time, Artosis. You don't even know.
Yeah.
Imagine an epic fight in a ball pit.
Well, it's a...
Just getting murdered in a ball pit.
My god. Yeah.
As you slowly die and then the balls just come over your face. The last thing you see.
I was going to say a bounce house is a great place to kill somebody because, like, you have to take your shoes off before you go in so there's no footprints. You know
that's
what
a
I
good
mean?
point, yeah.
Yeah. Perfect crime. Can't be caught.
Okay, Stim's on the way here. We did have a different build coming out here, though, from Dream, which is kind of cool. He is definitely... It seems like he didn't just watch what the other Terran players were doing and try to take the more modern approach. He's kind of come in here with his own angle, which I really like. Even if it doesn't work out, it's cool to see that people are approaching the game from different perspectives.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, with the way that he's playing this, he's going to have a lot of Marauders when he moves out. I will bet you he gets that third base. I will bet you that, Tasteless. Yeah, seriously, because it's a Stargate opener, right, with Oracle, which is totally fine to go into Blink Stalker and a third base from. That's like, it's kind of an older build itself, but it's good.
Yeah.
But the fact that he has 2 Marauders being produced at once, he's going to have Stim, and he already has concussive shells.
Yeah.
These Blink Stalkers, like, well, here's the caveat, right? If he tries to go through that little hole right there, that everyone... I think that most people don't realize that there are other paths on this map.
We do
because
have a lot
everyone just tries to go through the center. And I see so many people lose the game because they just they sit at the center for days trying to go down a hill and up a hill through the thinnest point in the map.
Okay, here we go now. One Adept shading over there. Oh my God! Now he's gonna get the that's the armor upgrade.
Yeah. It really does not matter anywhere near as much.
Yeah, yeah. Getting rid of the Stim would be huge. We've seen this thematically. In GSLs before, where players come in and literally try to just destroy the Stim upgrade, which then keeps Terran sort of in timeout back at home because they can't really pick any fights on the map.
Yeah, it's a great move. Good tagging going on, so he sees where this is all coming from. But yeah, the actual standing army right now of Dream is really scary. Some good micro from Zest. Pulls back for now. Doesn't have charge yet. It's really important because that's one reasonable counter against this many Marauders. Dream right now starting to bring out more and more of his army. As you push those Stalkers back, you have more potential to push. Doesn't have to hit right this second. He has +1 and combat shields coming. Look at Zest, man. He just wants to fight.
Yeah. No, he's doing a great job. But I think Dream's handling this very nicely.
Yeah, he is. He is. You're right about that.
And from here, there's a lot of momentum right now for Dream. He's going to try to come out on the map and try to pick a fight. Now, the Stalkers, especially at a distance like this, they're great at kiting. You know, you can hit, you can then try to blink away, and you're trying to chisel this army down. I mean, there's not a ton of medevacs here. Now there's a ton. There's 4, so never mind that.
Like,
but
if you just had your Stalkers at your base, then... I mean, he would already be there, right? Now, what has Zest done? He's whittled down the army and bought so much time for more warping rounds and upgrades to finish and gateways to finish. Yeah. So it's just, it's such a key part of this game.
Okay, 2 Immortals over here. I don't know if he can get any more progress here trying to leapfrog forward. Nicely done.
Yeah, good forest fields right there. Really well done.
Okay, all the Zealots destroyed there by the Widow Mines.
But look, this army that Dream has, he has a lot of potential here because he does have those mines, right?
Yeah, he does.
That plus the Marauders are just kind of good against Stalkers.
But slowly, I think they're starting to edge in here, though. It looks like every mine does get picked off. This will force Dream to retreat. But again, Stalkers are not just great at blinking away. They can actually help in pursuing over here.
Yeah, gonna back up for now. Both of them holding their side of that tiny, tiny little choke. Looks like tech continuing forward here for Zest. Going to get some splash damage mixed in there. I actually wonder, because he has so many Blink Stalkers, do you think he's going to go Colossus or Disruptor here? Because normally it's just straight up Colossus, but against this many Marauders and everything, and he has so many Stalkers already, I wouldn't mind a Disruptor.
Yeah, I don't think either one is necessarily wrong, but yeah, I think it would be very cool to see him try to use Disruptors here. Now we've got that Oracle being chased away. It's finally destroyed there by the Viking. And let's see if Dream tries to actually attack in. in a little bit here and tries to actually do any more damage, because I think that was pretty effectively held off there by Zest.
Yeah, it was. He actually held it all a lot better than I thought he was
it's
going
going to be
there.
Thermal Lance and Colossus. Okay. But this is Zest. I guess we kind of have to expect him to do that, right?
Yeah,
I don't feel like Zest is going to just scramble into Disruptor play. Yeah.
Like, if there was a Protoss that was going to use Disruptors, it would have been Hero.
Right.
For sure.
Don't forget, guys, Sue is waiting to face the winner of this. The player here that loses is out of GSL Season 3.
Yeah, the last Codas of the year.
Yeah.
It's early to go. Okay, so the army of Zest starting to look very, very nice. Getting a Dark Shrine here as well. That's kind of interesting. It's pretty early, actually, for a Dark Shrine.
Right. Yeah, that is actually a little bit peculiar. Not a bad idea, though, just not standard.
Normally you'll get it, like, maybe even after you started Tempest, but definitely after your second splash source. But this is, like, after his first splash source. So that's... It's a little bit of an investment when you're not on that many bases. Interested to see what he does with that.
Well, Zest continues to roam here. I don't know if he can quite attack in yet, but he might just try it because Thermal Lance is close to finishing.
Yeah,
you want to get the... Sorry, go ahead.
With his fourth base coming up, I like that he's just kind of clearing out some of these areas so his army can move around a little bit more fluidly. I don't think that an attack here is necessarily what he should be doing. Like, maybe he does. He's breaking down the rocks and you can attack down the hill, but I think with the Liberators setting up, you can't really break anything right now.
Oh, that was weird. I don't know why those Marauders just ran up there.
Not sure either.
Okay, he backs up. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to break into there. But if you notice, what is occurring here is that a fourth base is pretty much impossible to get. There's Zealots over there on the far right. Oh my god, and because he actually baited the army away, he was able to come in there and pick off both of the Liberators, which now is giving him an opening. Now he can set up over here, and this is also going to cut off the Terran from trying to expand towards the bottom. Another Warpin comes. You know, frankly, look, I think the infantry is going to get pulled away again. Oh my god, no, he's just going to go for it.
Yeah, a lot of his Zealots are actually missing over on the other side. Some good EMPs go down, but in this kind of choked up area, it's pretty hard for him to get through and get that damage done. The Colossus is doing so much damage right now, it's ridiculous.
Oh my god, that's it. He's going to get sandwiched.
Yeah, it seems that way. But a lot of those expensive units on the left actually ending up going down. SCVs finally come out to fight, but is it too little too late?
I think there should be another Warpin coming here in just a little bit as well. There's going to be a pickup, and nice sniping there on the medevac. The CC is going to go down as well.
Ooh.
And
brutal.
Terran scans and sees, wow, there's a fourth base already being taken. Now, Dream did manage to sneak that command center over to the center right. We didn't get a shot of that yet. My concern, though, is the next few Warpin rounds are going to allow Terran to just march over there and then take that out, too.
I tell you, I'm impressed with the attacks that Zest has pulled off, especially after those nice early game defenses. His PVT looking really, really nice. I feel like Dream could have held that a little bit better. He was kind of back. I mean, Zest utilized the train beautifully. The position of the command center made it so thin, that area, for Dream to try to get out there and do anything.
Okay. I feel like there's not that much that Zest has to do to basically keep Dream under control, right? I mean, this is a real uphill fight for Dream.
Yeah.
But basically, he's so limited on everything he has, and you know, Artosis, you were talking about this earlier, but players trying to push through there. Oh, nice EMP, though. Takes out all the energy on all three of those sentries, so no more force fields for now.
Yeah, definitely a decent EMP. I guess he will be able to go through that center area now. Yeah. Sees the Colossus, time to lift off those Vikings. Yeah, I don't think he can break this, though. I think this is just like, hey, we may as well attack.
Yeah, I think he just wants to see if he can maybe push back through. He did kill off a decent amount of the army. Even only Marauders, his Colossi are just getting such good shots off on the clumped units.
Yeah.
And the two Immortals not even being microed really on the low ground here, but eventually this just dries up. GG! Zest takes game 1 versus Dream.
I liked Dream's overall ideas and approach in a lot of ways there, but again, it felt a little bit like Game 1 of Dream vs. Sue, where it felt like Zest outplayed Dream overall.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He whittled down the army a lot. He slowed him down a lot. His attacks were very good. And even though there were times where it felt like Dream had enough army to do things, he wasn't in the right positions to do those things.
Also, when you look at a really good player against a player who was maybe on top of his game but is trying to come back, you can see that Zest is making a series of very good decisions that put him in just a better spot later on in the game. Like, by the time we were getting to the point where Zest had seized total control, he had that Zealot army at the top. He was pushing in and breaking through to get the third base. I mean, it was a pretty technical takedown, and after Dream had finally fended it off, but had lost the third base, it's easy for Zest to close that out. I don't blame Dream for counterattacking, but it did not work. He'll have to try something different here in King's Cove. One thing I wonder as well, is he going to have some new weird builds? He keeps bringing out his own style. It's just not working yet. All right, let's start this game. Game 2 goes on now.
Ooh, are we max packs? And what is this?
Proby McProbedobe. Look at him going out across the map. Yeah, let's see if it's going to be that.
It's 2 probes, though. Gate in the main. What?
Nope. Good block, good block. It looked, I mean, okay, the barracks does get set up. What's his plan here? He hides a second.
Okay,
the second probe hides the pylon. The first probe darts into the main.
It seems like it's just going to be 2-gate play, which is, I mean, this is a pretty standard build. We see this a fair amount. With the speed with which he sent out the first probe, it felt like it could have been a max packs, but
he's doing a little bit of, I guess you'd call it harass. He's interrupting the mining patterns of the workers. Not a huge deal, but, you know, with some of these very, very specific rushes, anything you can do to slow them down is going to help.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Once you pick up the minerals like that, though, I feel like you really want to be harassing SCVs as much as you can.
Yeah, any little bit of extra damage you can do because there's such a limited number of units early on that any little chipped damage that you have on an SCV or, you know,
if you can get any unit to die in one less shot because you harass with your probe, that's actually real value.
Now, you can see Terran is intending to make the CC down here. The probe did a little bit of delaying, and just an earshot away is that gateway that's about to finish.
Yeah, and with how quick the probe came, it's very unlikely that you're going to scout for a proxy.
Right.
Because no one sends out 2 probes like that. That's why we were kind of caught off guard.
And also, you know, it would look like, in fact, the Protoss was trying to confirm that there was no cheese coming, when in fact it is the Protoss who's doing the cheesing.
Yeah, it was, this really masked everything very well. And because the Reaper did not check for it, this command center is going to have to be canceled as soon as he sees the Stalker.
And this was going to punt the Terran into an awful position, because his entire idea in this build is themed around getting that base set up and then trying to get into a healthy late game where you have a series of decisions you can make. And so he sniped that down. He's actually going to get a few more kills off on that. Immediately cancels the command center.
Wow.
And let's see how well Dream can intuit what to do next. Again, the bunker is not finished.
This is
actually terrible.
Position.
Oh my God.
He's getting the add-on, so maybe he's going for a Cyclone, maybe he's going for a tank. But the amount of damage that this has dealt already, and Zest can easily expand behind this.
Yeah,
it's not an issue.
This is...
Okay, he even cancels that. Oh my God.
This is a perfect just setup to win this game. Is the Reaper dead? I don't think we got a shot of it, but I'm assuming it's gone.
Oh,
yeah, the Reaper's dead. Oh boy. Oh no, the depot might be going down. Oh no. Okay, so that means that now Terran's supply blocked. There's Stalkers in the base. We're waiting for the Cyclone, but I don't know that it's going to be enough. Fortunately, these are not. Oh, that was actually a pretty good
two
catch.
of the Stalkers.
Suddenly they turn into StarCraft 1 SCVs and just drill through and get them. So he actually kills off both those Stalkers.
And look at that, he's going to get another one. Okay, so I mean, he ends up defending this and doesn't die to the initial push. But without any doubt, dropping to 14 workers.
Yeah, this is terrible. I mean, with the Protoss at 24, that's huge.
Zest from here. I feel like he can do just about anything. I imagine he's going to be going into Blink with this Twilight. And that harassment itself is going to be very hard to stop.
You know, the problem is that The Protoss, even though there was a little bit of an error in how the control was going down there, this is still a serious Protoss army that's coming at him.
Yeah.
You can attack, expand, and tech.
Yeah, that's
in
true.
this moment as Protoss.
With that
okay?
much damage, absolutely. It's not like there's any awesome attack that Dream can be gearing up for right now.
You
His
can be
production
a
is so
fish,
low.
a bird, and a land mammal all at the same time. You're
That's called
underwater
the
and you're on the
platypus,
land.
the duck-billed
yes, you can be a
platypus.
platypus in this game. This is just, look at this. He's going to get the Cyclone. Oh, he body blocks it with the Adept.
Yeah. Just the constant soccer pressures. Nexus finishes up. He's already mining from it with some probes.
We have another Cyclone coming here. Again, it's a tech lab out of there, so he can only make one at a time. But I think this is where, yeah, he's just going to run up here and just run him over. GG.
All right.
Zest.
One-sided that
it.
one. Dream said himself he's not quite ready yet, still practicing very hard. So, again, I think he's one of these players that next year has a real shot at surprising us. I think next year is going to be really hard to predict.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And, Zest showing a little bit of a smile there, but he has to go up against Sue. Yikes.
Well, that's a great battle. It's
It
a little
is.
bit of a rivalry. These guys have hit each other so many times. They're
That's
both,
right.
Two of our best players from their respective races. I think this is going to be a great match coming up.
I'm looking forward to it. We're going to go to a short break. When we come back, the final match of the night here in Group D. It'll be Zest versus Sue to decide which player goes on to the round of 16. We'll be right back.